Kate Emily Brindley, and I'm a global advocate and coach for people experiencing borderline personality disorder or disorder of extreme stress, whatever the label is. And I founded an organisation called Each Person Counts. We also provide advocacy for survivors of childhood sexual abuse and people experiencing complex PTSD, as well as consultancy services for those topics. So the clip that I'm bringing you today is another favourite of mine, and it's on healing ourselves of borderline personality disorder by self-soothing. And self-soothing is a skill that comes from Marshall Linehan's dialectical behaviour therapy program. And it's one of my favourite DBT skills, and self-soothing has definitely been one of the keys to my recovery from borderline personality disorder. I would even go so far as to say that I'm the queen of self-soothing. I've never met another person that self-soothes more than what I do. And the way that I've come to do that is to say to myself, first of all, that I deserve this. I deserve to have these soothing experiences. I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get through it and thrive in life. And so as people who have experienced all of the symptoms of borderline personality disorder, suicidal feelings, rage, emptiness, conflict, dissociation, feeling abandoned, all those things, they're all kind of down this end of the spectrum. They're all kind of experiences and feelings and thoughts and beliefs and interactions with people that make us feel down about ourselves, make us feel bad about ourselves. And often we have that for years, churning around, in our brain and our bodies, just churning with these painful experiences, with this suffering. So what we want to do is we want to give ourselves permission to start to change that and start to transform it and start to give ourselves, because no one else is going to give it to us. No one's going to come along and say, Kate, I really think you deserve to self-soothe, and I really want you to self-soothe, and I really think you should self-soothe. No one's ever said that to me. I took it, I gave it to myself, and I'm still doing it because I recognized that when I look after myself and soothe myself, the world's a better place. Everyone I come into contact with, I have a more soothing interaction with them. So I started to recognize, I need to move all of these experiences up here to this end of the spectrum, this feel-good end of the spectrum. So when we talk about self-soothing, we're talking about soothing our 5 senses, and there is this, or your 6th sense, we can talk about that one too. So we want to do activities. We want to engage in activities that soothe us and are healthy and are healing for us, where we feel better afterwards. So we can soothe via sight, and that would come in the form of going to an art gallery that's free, going to a beautiful place in nature, watching a feel-good film, watching an uplifting film, reading a book, reading information that brings us up, that's uplifting. There's some examples of soothing through sight. And if you've got any, ideas, you can post them below. The 2nd sense is soothing through smell. So I literally, when I see roses now, I literally take the time to smell the roses. I take in all of the scent, breathe it all in, and really be present to that smell. Also through use of essential oils, I burn essential oils a lot. But even just walking in nature, the smell of fresh grass, or the smell of bark, or the smell of gum leaves we have in Australia, or the smell of when it's hot and the heat comes off all of flora and fauna, or the woody smell when we walk through woodlands, or the smell of cooking, cooking up a beautiful, meal that we've cooked with love and we've put good energy into it, and we sit down to eat it, and before we eat it we can really take in the smell and really experience it in the here and now and really appreciate it. And all of our senses can come alive when we pay attention and we concentrate on the scents. So there's lots of other smells. The other one is taste. So, especially things that taste good, that are healthy for us, beautiful fruits and berries. We're so blessed in Australia, the range of foods that we have here: strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, watermelon, and to really taste these amazing flavors in fruit, and know that they're healthy for us, and really taste the flavor of it, and savor it and enjoy it. Another sense is hearing, so listening to music, which is really relaxing and calming and peaceful, and or we might put on the top 20 and just dance in our lounge rooms to the latest cool songs. That's taking in, that's self-soothing through sound, letting music move through us. Or calling a friend that has loves us and talking to them on the phone and hearing their voice, or a relative that loves us, is self-soothing through hearing. And the other one is touch, the kinesthetic sense. And there's a whole range of ways that we can self-soothe with touch. So just a simple thing of, getting some really nice, cream, hand cream, with natural scents in it, and really just taking the time to mindfully rub it, into our hands, and appreciate, being loving towards ourselves and nurturing towards ourselves, whilst we're rubbing it, or rubbing it into our feet, or putting beautiful, coconut cream on our legs, and loving touch, with partners, or loving touch, of ourselves, just giving ourselves a hug. Hey, Kate, just give yourself a hug, all these things make a difference, because what we're doing is our brain's being used to this end of the spectrum, and every time that we engage our 5 senses in activities which are soothing, we're creating those neural pathways in our brain to say, yes, this is life, this is what's normal, this is what I can expect, this is what I can have more of, and we can build those up so that they become like super highways in our brain, where it just becomes part of our reality to live in that calm and relaxed and soothing state. And so for me, I made a decision that I would take whatever self-soothing that I needed that didn't cause harm to anyone else, and that I would do that guilt-free, and I would take that and I would give it to myself, and I would listen to my intuition about what I needed. And I really made a decision, Kate, you take this self-soothing, become the queen of self-soothing, and it's really helped my life. So just to give you a few examples, some of my favorite self-soothing things are, I love having baths, and I love putting pink Himalayan salt in the baths, and a few drops of sage essential oil, and putting my candle on, and putting my relaxing music, and just soaking it all up and letting myself just calm down. And I did that quite a lot during my recovery, and I do it here, particularly in winter. Also, I've got my favourite, fine chocolate place, and every now and then I'll go there and, pick 3 of the finest chocolates and sit down and really mindfully eat those chocolates, and feel so grateful that, I live in a place where I have access to that kind of delicacy and I can afford it, and just really taking the gratitude for, eating fine chocolate. Some of my other ones I would say is, getting a massage when I've got the money, finding a really great healing masseur and, indulging in that, and having that kind of, professional massage. What else do I self-soothe with? I have a nap when I feel like I need a nap. If I'm really exhausted, I'll go and have a little lie down and, play some affirmations or play some music and, just huddle in my bed with my, another self-soothing thing for touch is having clean sheets or having, flannelette sheets in winter and having clean sheets and, settling into that. If I want to go to the movies, if I'm feeling a bit down, going to the movies. I was very dysregulated for a period, and so I went to the movies a couple of times a week. I'd just go by myself. I'd, pick a film that interests me and go, and I would give that to myself. And, I feel like we live in a society where we think that we're taught that we, have to earn self-soothing, or we don't deserve it, or someone else has to give it to us. And I just kind of realised, look, I've been through all this. If I'm going to get through it, I need to do this, and I need to give it to myself, and I'm going to take it, and I'm not going to feel bad about it at all. I'm going to be proud of it, and I'm going to encourage other people to do it, to self-soothe and give themselves, beautiful feelings, nice feelings, feeling good, feeling that, life is enjoyable and that we deserve to feel enjoyable feelings, and it doesn't matter what has happened in the past, we can give ourselves permission to self-soothe, and, maybe you can become the queen of self-soothing in your life if you want, or, try a few different extra things, give yourself permission and feel good about it, feel proud about it. And that's really helped me to thrive in life. So again, this is a DBT skill that I learned in DBT, and if you do DBT or you've done it, you can learn more about it. There's a whole kind of section on it. So I hope you enjoyed this clip. If you feel like it might be of benefit to anyone anyone who doesn't allow themselves to give themselves self-soothing things, maybe forward it to them, and so they know there's a way and it's okay. And thank you very much for watching, and happy self-soothing.